Hello and welcome to the Mega Blood Moon Podcast. It's been a year and we're still here. We're as shocked as you are. This week, a little format break once again as we tackle the ever-present and effervescent Prestige television miniseries.
So what's Tony doing? A musical?
What?
I guess so.
No,
Yeah,
wait.
Tony,
hold
get
on.
through it.
Wait, no. Whoa.
Yeah, no, I
Well,
think
no,
this one's going to be called
We already swung back on. We're just doing a normal episode.
Butthole
Oh,
Dysfunction,
actually,
the musical.
see, what's funny is that
where it's Tony's Musical Monthly.
Yeah, hold on, no. For the record, my actual idea until I decided to just fuck to see if I could get you to do a musical.
One of us would just do a musical.
If I could, it was a long shot. The actual idea was to be like, we should do like a 1-season arc for a Prestige television series. just as a fuck you.
To who?
Us.
To us?
To us.
To ourselves? To the mirror.
Literally just make it harder on ourselves.
Prestige television show about a mega blood moon?
Yeah, no, roll on, we have to do it with whatever you roll on the fucking.
Oh, so we're just making a season of TV.
Yeah, but we're
Prestige.
Yeah, we're doing.
Whoa.
Doing,
get that word right the hell out of here.
We're doing it HBO style.
Yeah, no, it's got to be about magicians.
Oh no, we're already here, boys. I've got it. It's called Chernobyl 2.
A little less noble.
a lot more share.
I have a very, very poignant question. Since the book Stalker was released under the Soviet Union, does that mean it's public domain? Because then we can just do that.
No, I bought the rights. It's not public domain anymore.
Damn, you're gonna be a bitch to work with on licensing, aren't you?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, buddy. You have no idea. I will bend you over the barrel. I'm down for a season of Prestige TV.
Season of Prestige TV sounds.
Yeah, just a fun little format change. That way we gotta think about long term storytelling.
Now, what kind of room are we talking about? Like a mini room? How many episodes we getting?
I was thinking like 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a British
style.
like a British, yeah, exactly, BBC style.
Literally like The Terror or Chernobyl.
But like 6
6-hour long. Yeah, 46-minute episodes.
Mm-hmm.
So they're double length.
Hold on, because the first thing we need to do before we even pick a title is
I like to pick a tire.
Pick a tire.
Pirelli softs.
Yeah, so we just need to get Jared Harris to sign on, and it's made.
Perfect.
Is that the dude who does?
What do you have on the list? Do you have
that Landman?
I added one yesterday. Did it come in?
Is it that mysterious one that you claimed to not have added that you clearly added?
No, didn't we already do that one?
What's going on?
I don't know what we did.
I see 60 on there.
Okay. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. It's fucked up that you're trying to gaslight me, even though I've been nothing but nice to you our entire lives. What is Lust Mollusk? Yep, I wrote that. We'll figure that one out. Hopefully we get that one.
The honey court of the meat queen.
Yeah, so like we just need Jared Harris to be in it, and then it's immediately Prestige miniseries.
Is that the dude who made Landman? Or is that Taylor Sheridan?
No. Jared Harris is from Chernobyl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Jared Harris is in Chernobyl, The Terror. He's in so many fucking miniseries.
Basically, yeah, you want any kind. He brings prestige. There's an American guy that is in, like, I think he's in Fallout, and he's in Evil, and he's got a similar vibe, but not nearly the same prestige.
I want the dude who played Baron Wolfgang von Strucker. No, not Strucker. He played the other one. Who played Heinrich Zemo in Winter Soldier and Civil War. You know what I'm talking about?
We need Taylor Kitsch.
I think he's also in Chernobyl. Who's Taylor Kitsch? No, not Taylor
He's
Kitsch.
the guy who was David Koresh in Waco. He's also in a fuck ton of miniseries.
No, we do. We get Chalamet on TV.
No. I will throw that imp out the window.
No, you don't like Timothy Chalamet?
No.
Shimama Lamalade.
He looks like Johnny Depp as Willy Wonka. And it bothers me.
So I would say, just
When
in
he
terms
played
of
Willy
limited
Wonka?
series, even if they were longer, if we get Jared Harris and Michael Shannon,
Mhm.
then it's immediately prestige.
Here we go. Daniel Bruhl. That's who I was thinking of.
Dr. Brule?
Daniel Bruhl.
Steve Brule?
I like Dr. Steve Brule a lot better.
Yeah. It's the dude from Goodbye Lenin. That's a great film.
I'm just kidding. I don't know Daniel Brule by name, so I'm sure he's phenomenal.
If you looked at him, you would be like, oh yeah, that guy. You were like, I'm watching All Quiet on the Western Front. It's that dude.
Oh, he was in the Cloverfield Paradox.
He's a great actor. I'm a big fan.
That is not a good movie.
Yeah, I know.
No, that one's bad. Yeah.
That movie is absolutely pip.
I watched that movie simply because he was in it.
He is a good actor. We're establishing a veritable Avengers team of prestige miniseries actors.
That's what I'm saying. He was in that Karl Lagerfeld one. That's like the one prestige miniseries I watched because I was like, oh, Daniel Bruhl.
That's basically what happened with me and Taylor Kitsch. I was just like, my man Taylor's out here being David Koresh, popping that in the DVD player. And then Jared Harris is just like, oh, good, an incredible miniseries.
It doesn't matter what it is. If I see him involved, I'm like, oh, I'll watch this.
Yeah, he's like number one if you see this guy. Like The Terror, Chernobyl, 15 others.
Yeah, he really is.
Is The Terror just about the terror?
The HMS Terror?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I should
it takes
watch
a supernatural twist. Oh my god, I fucking love that show.
Oh, it's good? Okay. Let's check it out.
It is one of my favorites. I rewatch that at least twice a year.
It's
one of my comfort TV
Oh yeah,
series.
because I forgot about that novel. I actually read that book when it came out. It was a long time ago.
Oh, Jared Harris also did the Diamonds Are Forever radio play.
Huh?
They can tantalize and tease me. They won't leave in the night.
That's part of the radio play.
I desert me.
He did the last Bond theme. It was the one after Audio Slave.
It wasn't Audio Slave, it was just Chris Cornell, but it was one of the best Bond themes. But unfortunately, it's not the best Bond theme, because the best Bond theme comes from the best Bond film, which is, Ben, back me up, Live and Let Die.
There it is. It's the best Bond film. Also, he was in Resident Evil Apocalypse, which that's probably one of the best at Resident Evil movies.
That movie rips.
Yeah. That movie rips so unbelievably hard.
Honestly, those first three, all rip.
The third one kind of sucks. The first one is interesting. Second one rips so unbelievably hard. What's going on? It's fucking Bible accurate Jill Valentine miniskirt, not much else.
Oh,
absolutely shotgunning motherfuckers. Mila Jovovich in whatever character she is, because Paul Anderson likes being weird with his wife.
Yeah, no, they literally just combined the plots of Resident Evil 2 and 3 because they take place at the same time. So they did the logical thing. We're like, well, just mash them together.
That's a very, very generous thing you just said. Neither of those plots have anything to do.
My judgment might be
it takes place in Raccoon City. That is the only similarity.
No, hold on. No, Resident Evil 2 is them trying to escape, right? And Raccoon City.
They're trying to escape the zombie-infested city.
And Resident Evil 3 takes place during the evacuation of Raccoon City with Nemesis hunting you. They do take place at the same time. Was I distracted by the miniskirts? Possibly. Very possibly.
I remember watching that with you and you being like, whoa. This is little kids. I was like, what? They were like, every girl has a miniskirt.
Did it do irreparable damage to my mind? Probably. We may never know the full extent.
Also, outside of that bear, absolutely vanilla connection. There is nothing tying those to the game.
The character is
Resident Evil 2 and 3. Where's Leon Kennedy? He's not in that one.
Leon got shot with the rest of the stars.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't, because he shows up. Does he show up in like 5 or 6?
He shows up in the one where it's a globetrotting adventure, and then they're just like, "Hey, here's every other character from every game."
Yeah. The problem was that they had Chris Redfield, and they had Jill, and they had the other Redfield, but then they also had Mila Jovovich.
Well, and they only had Chris Redfield. They had Claire Redfield.
They had Claire
as like the secondary character.
She
but
came.
Then every other Redfield every other character. That was the only time they appeared, and then they all got killed, and then they never showed up again.
Yeah, but somehow like the random raccoon or the random umbrella response dude from the first one makes it until the third one.
He makes it until the third one, then he comes back in the fifth one.
Oh, I thought he blew up though.
Craziest thing, I believe that's also the guy from The Mummy. I'm probably wrong. I feel like I'm wrong.
Which guy?
From Resident Evil 2. Hold on.
There are a lot of people in The Mummy.
I'm getting there. Don't you worry about it. Don't you worry about me. Yeah, no, it is. It's the guy from The Mummy. It's the guy with the face tattoos in The Mummy.
Oh yeah, yes. Yeah, it's the Magi.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right. For some reason I thought you were thinking it was what's his face? Jonathan. Because I was just watching something recently, and I'm just like, why do I know that? And then I was like, that's Jonathan. What the fuck is Jonathan up to?
What's Jonathan up to?
There's Jared Harris in a Resident Evil movie. Man, Resident Evil Apocalypse is not a good movie, but fuck, it rips. I wonder if he's coming back for the new Resident Evil. I doubt it. Heavily doubt it.
Wasn't he in that fucking that Henry Cavill movie?
Man, that's specific.
The remake of the 60s spy show. The Man from Uncle, right? Man from Uncle? Yeah, Man from Uncle. And wasn't he in that Bad Foundation series that I tried to watch and then I gave up on?
Pause.
I mean, shit, dude, you know better than me.
It was really bad. Well, like, the Foundation is fundamentally something that you really can't adapt, but they're like, let's do prestige adaptation of the... I want to say he was the main guy. Jared Harris is he's the he's the British guy with, like, kind of orangish hair a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit orangish hair, and he's always got glasses. And...
Yeah.
He's got a little...
Yeah, 100%.
He always sounds like he's an American trying to do a British accent.
Yes.
But that's actually just how his voice is.
Yeah, Jared Harris. Yeah,
he played. Sounds like he's Australian trying to do American or English, but
yeah, he played Harry Seldon. Yeah, the main character. Okay,
do you gotta step on my stuff with this shit, man? Do you gotta just come over to where I live? It's cool. It's cool. You can do it.
Feels more Australian to me. I don't know.
Yeah, like you can do it. It's just kind of fucked up that you do it.
Yeah, well, you know.
Like, I don't come over to your house and be like, hey dude, you cook like fucking asshole, and then just make garbage macaroni and cheese in your microwave, right?
You've never done that. You've never done
that. Yeah, so maybe don't do it to me.
all right, you got it.
Staring at computer screen, thumb is up.
Ben, you gotta roll the fucking dice, otherwise this episode's never getting recorded.
Oh yeah.
You're not wrong.
We should do that. All right. Prestige television. 1, 2, 3. Dice is rolling. We got a 13, which is Mega Blood Moon Vampiro Ex-Sanguine Dukes. A vampire who is trying to quit blood gets out of rehab for the second time when the moon explodes, causing people to hemorrhage uncontrollably.
Remember this one?
Who do we have to thank for this?
Yeah, that's yeah. You know it already. You know what it is. You know what the game is.
Who do we have to thank for the idea, Ben? Say the line.
I wrote this.
Thank you, Ben.
The first episode is just him in rehab.
I mean, this is it's got prestige in it already. It's got. I think that's possible.
Dude, a commentary on addiction.
Yeah,
and burning ridiculous circumstance.
Yeah, we're burning this whole first episode on rehab, and then he's walking out and the moon explodes on the last frame.
Yeah,
let's just get that
the first episode. It's all backstory.
Yeah,
well, it's like his life beforehand, and then the mic drop moment is the moon exploding, and he turns and he just sees a person looking at it, and then their face just fucking melts.
Yeah. Like straight up fucking Indiana Jones Temple. No, the other one. Face melt.
Well, I mean,
full Mega Blood Moon, the Freelancer face melt.
Are the stakes upped by like is he being injured and needs to drink to survive as well, or is it just that he's just smelling all this blood?
I mean, he's a vampire. He's got to drink blood, but he's trying not to drink blood from regular people. But now everybody is bleeding uncontrollably.
Yeah, like whatever the ethical version of drinking blood is.
It's
or as
like
close to that as
if you
possible.
walked out of rehab and everybody was just handing you heroin.
Yeah, no, I get it. Are they really like popping though, or are they just is everyone just like bleeding from their eyes, nose, mouth?
Oh, like Le Chiffre style.
Yeah, like because I was just thinking like if they're just exploding around him, he'd smell a lot of blood, but it would be like dead blood, and that's not their.
I think
gig
it's
usually.
just hemorrhaging.
Just hemorrhaging. Yeah, so everyone's just bleeding like crazy out of every orifice.
But it doesn't stop because
Right,
otherwise
yeah,
they
no,
would
it
just
becomes a
insinuate.
permanent thing. Like
Yeah.
now everyone just lives with a constant.
The blood moon has done something. Now humans be bleeding.
Yeah, I mean, basically the idea being that like it affected gravity somehow, so liquid is.
No, I
First
mean,
of
no,
all,
they would
wrong.
say
It
those.
affected
Yeah,
the tides. This is a blood tide problem.
but I'm just saying the people
Yes.
would naturally exsanguinate at some point, so the magic is giving them more blood to keep leaking.
Oh, okay.
Like
Okay.
the perpetuality.
Oh, so they're still in your mind. They're still alive. They're just perpetually
Yeah.
bleeding out of their face.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I don't think it's like I mean it would be grosser, I guess, if it was like pouring out of them, but if it was just like leaking just a little bit all the time, so everyone just kind of smells like blood.
Or he just constantly has to see blood. The point
You're just
is that
seeing,
blood
like-
is coming out of people enough for it
Yeah.
to be very tempting.
Right.
I don't think we need to get into the specific capillary action of what part of them is bleeding how badly.
But that's
Well, he was
that's
talking
our
about like they'd be bleeding so badly that they'd be dead, but they're not dead because there's magic from the moon.
yeah
is what you described
there's
it as.
there's moon magic.
Oh, I thought my mind it was way more apocalyptic. Like something happens to people because of moon blow up factor, and
Well,
then
the idea
it's
being that since the moon is gone, now everyone is just like bleeding,
yeah,
but
just
not, like,
constantly.
exploded.
Yeah, but like to death.
But
Maybe
then,
not the quickest, but
but then
to death.
then it's just gonna be a vampire and nobody left alive for him to interact with, except for like those
Yeah.
little robots that
Why is
drive
that bad?
around.
Why is he not bleeding?
That's actually you just touched on something great.
Yeah.
Both
All
of
right.
you.
All right. So Ben, I can see a story arc of a undying creature walking through the abandoned hell or the abandoned post-apocalyptic society of current day after the blood moon has exploded and everybody is exsanguinated. And then we end the last episode with him finally deciding to see the sunrise, and he doesn't die,
Right.
and that's what you end on. It can be very beautiful. You have him just traveling across the country, maybe trying like breaking into a blood bank at some point.
I would say because of all the blood exploding, he does relapse, but then all the people die, and now there's just no more blood.
But he's got to break into blood bank.
Yeah, if he can.
Yeah.
Can he survive on animal blood? Is it a synthetic blood? I don't know if we should go there because of true blood.
First of all,
what
it's
is he
Daybreakers. You say the correct one. You fucking you media illiterate fool.
So Ben, what I'm thinking of, if you put a vampire into the main role of a wind named Amnesia, do you agree with this sentiment?
It's more of like a vampire in the main role of A Quiet Earth.
They are so similar.
Yeah.
We have just said the same thing, just one is from Japan and one is
I'm
not.
not going to be talked down to by a man who is arguing about Newton forces, whether or not relating to an apple.
Apparently they
Yes,
do, so
we're
I was
both
correct.
right.
As it turns out, I was correct.
So yeah, I think we're talking about the same thing.
Not familiar with either. What are you talking about?
Basic summary as best I can. Quiet Earth, a man tries to kill himself, but at the exact moment the rapture happens, so he's sent to a purgatory of Earth alone.
Gotcha.
Yeah, whereas a wind called Amnesia is a mysterious force caused a regression in the human prefrontal cortex. So basically, everybody stopped having the ability to act other than in primitive ways, so they more or less all died out, and then there's some people who are left alive who are traveling through the ruins of the civilization to supposedly where other people who survived are.
Yeah, so I'm gonna roll it back. These stories could not be more different.
Well, no, it's just the empty. It's the I was thinking of cinematically with a it's an empty Earth. It's like it's civilization without the people. It's the beginning of 28 Days Later.
All right, I got the Twilight Zone episode where the world ends and he comes out.
Yeah,
of
all the
bank
time in the
in
world.
my head, is
Yes.
that
Yeah.
So is he the only vampire? Are there other vampires? Why wouldn't they survive? Is he bleeding?
I
I
think
don't know
there are
what ideas do you
mummies.
have?
Oh, blah, blah.
Mummies.
I mean, I don't have mummies as an idea. I did think it would be funny in the first episode if his intervention is like the other Hollywood monsters.
Yeah, write
Like
that
a
down.
wolfman, a
Yep.
mummy.
Nope, put it down. It's a great idea. Because that means we can run into a Frankenstein's monster somewhere. I'm having the weirdest sense of deja vu right now. Have I pitched Frankenstein as a warlord before?
That wasn't a D&D campaign.
Look, I'm not sure. I say a
I mean,
lot
it
of
just
things.
could be him looking for other vampires, and I do love the idea of the monster rehab. It could be funny if he is going to this meeting on Halloween, so he doesn't have to change.
It'd be funny if he was like attending an AA meeting with people, or like some sort of AA or NA meeting, but obviously his addiction is to something else. How
Yeah.
funny is this supposed to be, though?
It
How
can be
funny
dark.
can you get with prestige?
You can
get pretty funny,
yeah, you can get very darkly comedic.
or at least just absurd.
I think
Maybe.
him going to an NA, like a regular person AA meeting, and then he's sharing, and then when you pull out again, it's the same thing but with a bunch of monsters. Would be a really cool thing where it's like he tried the human one, he couldn't say a thing, but he found the monster one.
That could be funny too. My thought was initially, like, before he goes to rehab, he is confronted by the other monsters in an intervention. Those are his only friends. I don't know about like an AA meeting with monsters. That does sound funny too.
That immediately turns into a comedy because he's sitting on the couch sucking on a dead body, and they're like, "Hey, dude, we gotta talk." That's
Well,
immediately a comedy.
Yes, I didn't picture. That's why I was like, how funny are we supposed to go?
Which just means that Jared Harris is going to be a wolf man. It's just a little ginger wolf man, and he never howls like the big howl. He just goes, "Oh," and then continues whatever he's saying.
Let's get Adrian Brody to be the mummy.
Let's get Adrian Brody to be a mummy. He looks like a toilet paper mummy, and then we just get the guy from The Mummy who played him.
Oh, yeah, yes, perfect.
And whenever Adrian Brody goes to talk, Imhotep just talks over him. All right, so we've got Rehab Monster Squad.
The AA meeting on Halloween, I like.
I feel like you could introduce him with him getting out on bail for murdering his latest victim, but they have no proof, so they had to give him bail. And then he attends the AA meeting, and then the monster AA meeting. But wait, no, never mind. You want to do the intervention. So then he goes home to the intervention.
Well, I mean, maybe he just charms his way out of the.
Yeah, he is a vampire. That could be part of like.
Oh yeah, I forgot he
You
is a
just-
vampire.
You could just charm the judge and be like, the judge is like, all charges are dropped. I move for dismissal.
Yeah, and that way they're not walking into him on a dead body. It's like he's going home to his mansion, and then the monster squad's there being like, we
Exactly.
have to, yeah.
Well, that's my thought, is that like talks his way out of this murder charge, and then is like on cloud nine, top of the world. Maybe he like picks up a hitchhiker on the way home or something.
Yeah, I mean, using the first episode to focus on just how people-centered vampires are. That's like a society-based monster. If the world ended, vampires also kind of just end.
Yeah, that would make sense because we are their food supply. But
that vampires are a far more
So-
social monster.
So
Mm.
now coming from that angle, could we do a lot of shots of crowded city spaces with people where he's standing still, but you have the high speed photography, so everybody's moving around him like really quick, and just do a
But
bunch
we
of
can
those?
just use the last shot from Darkman.
Also,
There'll be crowds,
yeah.
and then someone will be talking, then they'll look, and then Bruce Campbell will look back, and then they'll reference something again, and then this will just be the same shot of Bruce
You
Campbell
can
looking
look
back. We can absolutely use the last shot of Darkman as many times as we want. I don't think Sam Raimi would care.
No, I have his written permission.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right.
Honestly, that could even be you want a fucking credit sequence. That's what I would do. Is literally just him just standing still in crowded areas, and I don't know, kind of like Sigur Rós ass music playing.
Oh, they're basically just Dead Like Me.
Yeah, I can't remember Dead Like Me's intro, which is weird because I can usually.
Well, they did a lot of stuff which was like, oh, she's dead, but the world's still alive. And so it'd be like everything moving around her.
Yeah, same idea. Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just driving home that like this person, or at least this vampire, exists in crowds, in society, in culture.
A lot of like city background Foley noise.
And he's a fucking druggie.
I just kind of picture, like, I'm just picturing, like, he gets out of court and then essentially gets to go through a montage, much like
Smack my bitch up.
No, Goodfellas, like him, just he knows everybody.
Yeah. He's
like trying to emphasize the social aspect that you were talking about.
It's the Copacabana scene.
Hey, everybody knows who he is and is happy to see him and all that stuff. Is he out during the day?
Yeah.
His umbrella.
Or just like, fuck it. Why? Just who cares? Just leave him out during the day. The last shot of him watching the sunrise, that'd be cool, but like, I don't want to fuck around with having to shoot the whole fucking thing at night or with sunscreen on him. It's so much easier to just be like, he can be outside.
Nah, what if he has an umbrella?
I thought about like, yeah, the umbrella, like a parasol or something like that works, sure, but I kind of thought about like,
it's cloudy all the time.
Play with the mythology a little bit and like the idea of if they're not drinking human blood, they can go out during the day. But the price of drinking human blood is the inability to go out. I don't know. That's like deeper than we need to get.
But what if you scratch that, reverse it? Is that if they drink human blood, they can't
drinking
human blood? You can, yeah. Oh yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. If you drink human blood, you can go out in the day. So as progresses, and he can't. He's running out of blood bank, but he's got nothing left.
See, now that is more visually interesting too. Man, how would you show that visually? Maybe that's another episode thing. Because I feel like the cornerstone of this episode is they're kind of a fuckhead. They get told to go to rehab. They go to rehab. The world ends in the bloodiest way imaginable.
Yeah, if only we had like fucking Paul Simon money. Get that, Aaron. Everybody's talking about me. I can't hear a word they say.
But so I think
just the
episode 2 is kind of where we
mind.
go in and establish the vampire rules, so to speak, just because everyone's starting to die. That episode is him eventually breaking down and drinking blood again.
Mm-hmm.
But so we start to see the shortcomings of him not drinking blood throughout that episode. So it'll be like
a flashback to his master telling him something, and then flash forward to like him still trying to like get his bearings. Another person fucking starts bleeding out in front of him. Flashback again to another lesson, and some more bits about him learning about how to be a vampire. Flash cut forward to, oh god, now this is like a bus full of fucking senior citizens all exploding.
And I think the last shot of this one is this is like right before he breaks. He sees someone like dying just outside of a building, but it's sunset, and so he just has to stand there and wait for the sun to set before he can step outside and kill them.
Yeah.
What if he's not killing them? What if he literally walks up? No, actually, I'm going too funny, but like I'm just picturing him walking up to someone like squirting blood and drinking it like a water fountain.
You get to drink from the water hose.
I mean, it's one of those things. It's one of those things where it's like, yeah, the dude's spraying blood, but he still has to wait for the sun to set. So that's when
exactly.
we see...
He's just waiting, and you see it like the spray.
It's making an arc. It's making an arc on the pavement from where the dude
starting to like slowly become smaller, and he's just like waiting for the sun.
Yeah, that's bleak.
And then once the sun set, he runs out, and then it just cuts to black as he's opening his mouth and getting close to the guy's neck.
Another song
opening his mouth and getting the blood in his mouth.
That ends with a Smith song.
I thought about was Peace Frog.
Oh, by the doors?
Yeah. There's just that very literal part where he keeps
saying
there's
blood in the streets, it's up to my ankles.
Like, it'd be kind of fun.
If that was playing every time you came back from the flashback, picking up exactly where it left off, that would be pretty fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Lord knows how much money that would cost a license.
And end frame, he walks out of the rehab. People, we've been showing that like through his checkout process, all the shit outside is happening, and then like as he turns away from the desk, you see the person at the desk like wipe a bloody tear away from her eye, and then he walks outside, and people just begin exploding.
Yeah.
And it's just him standing there, downtrodden in pink mist.
Now, Zach, I noticed that you said people are exploding, and I'm just wondering where you think you're gonna get the budget for this.
Well, I don't know. You talked about a bus full of senior citizens exploding.
I just wanted to be the guy who brought up the word budget first
You
this
gotta
time.
specifically cast a whole bus full of old people, and then
Yeah.
You're both fucking. You said miniseries, the both of you, fucking idiots. We're out of money.
If you think about it, we got $29K per episode. So.
I forgot it's prestige. So we've been out of money before the show even started.
As soon as that word, I don't think we made it fully through that word before we ran out of budget.
We only actually have enough money for
Yeah, we have pre, and that's it.
we only have the top half of the E, so it's just
All I can afford is Steege.
Yeah, but Siege comes cheap.
Steege is cheap.
I'm just gonna drive west a little bit to get my Erie.
Yikes.
That was fucking funny. No, that was fucking funny. I'm invoicing you too. Fuck you guys.
You punched the whole thing up with that.
Fuck you guys. I don't need this and I don't need you. And then it's just me putting on my pea coat and my little cabbie hat and running out to the cab in the rain.
When do you think he learned to become a vampire? Like the 50s? The 70s? Actually, the Peace Frog makes sense if it's the 70s, so it's the 70s.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah, he was turned.
He was turned right after getting back from Nam.
Oh, love that. So now we're in episode 3.
No, these are the flashbacks in episode 2.
No, episode 3.
What?
Just fucking. Oh no! So the rest of episode 3. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, because he was so afraid of death, having seen so much and committed so much that when he got offered eternal life, he took it.
Or he was about to kill himself, and then the vampire turned him, kind of turning it into a monkey's paw.
You're a monkey's paw.
Yeah, my thought was he became.
You're mad at me just because I'm nice to you.
And then was looking for heroin in the Tenderloin, and then.
Well, I don't want it to take place in the Tenderloin. That's kind of depressing. But I don't want to film there. That's fucking. Have you seen the people there? It's barely that. No, we're not filming in the fucking Tenderloin.
It's a period piece, so we got to clear them all out first.
Well, no, we'll just make a set. Let's not.
I think my way. Not to be that guy, but my way emphasizes the fear of death, and given how this series has to end, I think having that built into being the reason why he became a vampire in the first place seems very easy and helpful.
Right, but vampires are also creatures of excess, and having been turned without being turned against his will makes the addiction part a lot more relatable.
What if you just do both?
You know what? Let's just take the soundtrack from The Highlander and put it on this movie.
Well, that's Queen.
That does solve
this
conversation.
The problem is that's Queen, and it's going to be expensive.
Oh, I know.
Hey, Zach, get ready to hear Tony get mad. Tony, I don't think we need to worry about budget on this one.
Here we are, born to be kings. We're the princes of the universe. That's right.
I know his name.
Who wants to live forever?
That's really the song that I was thinking of for the movie.
I know. That's why I went with Princes of the Universe, because it's the second choice. You never go in with a heater.
I like Give Me the Prize.
Give Me the Prize is a good song.
Yeah. Give me the prize. So episode 1 is like intervention rehab, right? Or does rehab continue into episode 2?
No.
It kind of continues into like flashbacks continue in episode 2, but episode 2 is far more establishing who this person is, what the vampire rules are, and how they got turned. Because I think that the cut from him being turned like straight to he's watching the sun literally move across the wall next to him, waiting for it to go down far enough for him to step outside.
Yeah, so episode 2 takes place while everything is blowing up. There are flashbacks. Yeah. Okay, so All right, I'm just establishing because you did that jump to episode 3 before, so you confused everything.
No, I didn't do that. I reversed it. I didn't do that once.
He put his thing down, flipped it, and reversed it.
You're taking a lot of
You are
anger out
not
on me
my
right now.
Missy Elliott.
Hashtag not my Missy.
Mhm.
Not all Missy Elliott's.
Not all Elliots.
If you work hard enough, though, you can be my Queen Latifah.
I don't know any Queen Latifah songs to throw at you.
I like Queen Latifah. She waved at me from her car once. It was nice.
No one's ever done that to you. Don't lie.
She was the only one.
Hey Ben, why are you trying to take this from me, you fucking idiot?
She was in a Rolls Royce Silver Ghost.
But it actually was Queen Latifah too.
Yeah,
So
holy shit.
Oh,
that
it was
ain't- that
fucking
ain't
Queen
even-
Latifah, yeah.
Yeah, she
No,
she
dude.
showed that off on her cribs.
Yeah, me and my buddy we wound up stopped at her next to her at a stoplight, and we both just like nodded at her, and she was just like, "Yeah." She nodded and then took off. I mean, fucking burned rubber. It was incredible.
Yeah, those things have V12s in them.
Yeah. It was really impressive. She just blew our doors off.
That's awesome. Getting flexed on by Queen Latifah, that's an all-time moment right there.
It was fucking great. It was one of my favorite celebrity encounters.
Yeah, like if you're gonna get stunted on by the best. Queen Latifah in a Rolls. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yep. That was a fun one. I was just like, "Is that Queen Latifah?" And my buddy's like, "Oh my god, yeah." We both waved, and she just kind of nodded, and then just blew our doors off. It was wonderful.
You know, out here at Mega Blood Moon Productions, we say a lot of shit that we don't mean, but what we do mean is like Queen Latifah blowing past you in a Rolls Royce Phantom is dope as shit.
This is
Super
pretty
dope.
cool.
Pretty fucking
Super
cool.
fucking dope.
This is pretty fucking cool.
This is the pro Latifah zone.
We recognize the monarchy of Latifah.
We even enjoy that bad Steve Martin movie she
Love
was
of
in,
the
Bringing
Queen.
Down the House.
That movie was funny. Actually.
Yeah, it actually wasn't
It's
bad.
just-
Yeah.
No, she's very funny.
Daddy, what's Iraq? It's a country.
Since Zach is the only person who's come close to meeting Queen Latifah, he's technically our Lord Regent.
Yeah.
There is a coup forming.
Yeah, I mean, I've been talking to all of the voters in these rotten boroughs you've set up, and they're very upset.
You've made 6 Tenderloin districts.
You've-
What the fuck?
You failed to comply
It's
with
the
the Voting
Hallmark,
Reform
baby.
Act of 1837. I have a lot of
Also, you're
milliners
kinda-
on my side.
You dress like a fucking idiot asshole. We need someone with some drip. You're barely representing the Latifah.
Yeah,
belief.
like I saw the first top hat,
Hey,
but
man, I
the
drip a lot.
second
It's sweat, but I drip a lot.
the second
The
top
Latifah
hat,
beliefa.
yeah, the second top hat on top of the first top hat might have been too far. Like, you've lost the milliner vote.
Saying the N word was also a little too far.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
You're
whoa,
not
whoa,
there
whoa, whoa,
yet.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
And we need to talk
no,
about that.
Uh-oh. That's why she left so quick.
Yeah. You didn't even say like, "Yo, what up?" first. You just said, "Queen Latifah, look what I can say."
And now Questlove is not returning my calls.
Oh, no.
No one told Afro Man yet, so he's still hanging around.
Yeah. Well,
Speaking of Afro Man,
he was busy.
God, that was the best thing I've seen in months. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
Yeah,
just
he won-
ripping
he
apart
won
the
his
police
case, yeah.
officers.
He beat the charges.
Yeah, he beat the charges. It's just incredible.
Fuck, I figured it out.
You figured it out?
Yes.
Nice.
How familiar are you with the works of Nick Cave?
I mean, not super familiar. Know the name, but don't really know his music.
Okay, at least for the intro.
A couple buddies of mine are big fans, and I think they
Yeah,
almost
so-
went to a concert. But...
So he has an album called Dig Lazarus Dig that look it up on Spotify right now and listen to that title track, and that's the exact vibe for the opening credits that gets that Peace Frog but with a modern tinge. And if we're doing the him standing in crowds and people moving by, I can picture the cut points now.
What's it called?
Dig Lazarus Dig. And then I was like, oh, character name, boom, Lazarus, or just Larry. Don't ever have to reveal that it's Lazarus, but there you go. There's your Back from the Dead metaphor right there.
You think that would be cheaper than the Doors?
Yes, 100%. But no, but that's not even for that scene. The Doors you want to use in the people exploding scene. This is for
Yeah.
the intro.
No, it kind of matches the vibe too, which is
Yeah,
fun.
that's what I was saying. Like I was washing my hands in the bathroom, and I was like, oh yeah, Dig Lazarus Dig. That's beautiful. You want the first name for our character, Larry? Right there, beautiful. Done.
Yeah, I've kind of been picturing him as Morrison,
You mean Morrissey?
Lazarus. No, as
Oh,
Jim Morrison.
as Jim Moore.
Like,
Oh yeah, sorry.
the look of
Yeah,
the vampire. But
yeah, that works. Yeah, that works perfect. His name's
yeah.
Larry. Yeah, his full name's Lazarus. Now hold on. Did his dad also cause the Gulf of Tonkin incident?
What?
Yeah, Jim Morrison's dad was actually the dude in command of the ship that was the center of the Gulf of Tonkin incident, and
I
was
didn't know
naval
that,
intelligence.
but,
Oh yeah,
I know he was. I knew he was Navy intelligence. I just didn't know. I didn't know that he was involved with that.
yeah. So that's it's the fun theories you get around Jim Morrison. Where it's like, oh wait, he could have actually just been like they MK Ultra this fucking colonel's son, and we're like, here's a bunch of
That, or,
money.
I mean, he also could have been some sort of weird intelligence agent.
Yeah.
The amount of travel and time he spent in France and all that shit.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, that's the Jim Jones has a lot of that too, but people don't like to talk about that. Jim Jones' best friend for a long time was a direct member of the CIA Special Activities Division,
Mm-hmm.
and conveniently went and visited him several times when they were living in Buenos Aires.
MK Ultra, baby.
Anyways,
Episode 3.
back to the lecture at hand. Perfection perfected, so I'm gonna let him understand from a young G's perspective.
That summer course you took was really starting to pay off, dude. You've grown a lot. His rhymes used to be whack as hell.
Mm.
Have you tried one of those summer courses, Heinz?
No.
Russell
Just any
Simmons
summer
teaches
course?
them.
Just any summer course?
Yeah,
Yeah, it helps.
Russell Simmons will teach you how to rap.
Is learning something you don't like?
I tend to work a lot during the summer, so.
You're a literacy
Okay, so you hate
issue.
learning.
Yes, I despise it.
Zach, I'm just saying, Zach, like every person who's never had to work very hard has told me, you just gotta enjoy life, you know?
Linda McMahon performed miracles.
Did I ever tell you about the older guy I played hockey with? He was like, at one point I was like, man, I'd like to travel. And he was like, so why don't you? And I was like, money, you fucking dipshit.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, why don't you have the money? And I was like, are you fucking stupid? Tommy, if you're listening to this, it was a dumb thing for you to say. I still respect you a lot.
I mean, he's heir to the Bahama fortune, so you think he would at least understand. But I guess Thomas Bahamas II.
Thomas Bahamas.
That's right, we're piling up jokes down in the
Bahamas.
Laugh Factory.
So come on down to the prize van and get yourself a $5 foot long down at the Red Wings home opener this Sunday.
KT 105, Blood Moon.
Man, if I would love to get a CB radio and just start putting that shit out on the air and hear some trucker go, could you shut the fuck up?
How hard do you think it would be to get a commercial broadcasting license for a Mega Blood Moon radio station? I've only seen pirate radio. Hold on, that's a lie. I've also seen Pump Up the Volume with Christian Slater.
That's like a Yahoo Answers kind of question.
Yeah, right?
I think Airheads is your best bet. I think that's the way you're going to have to go.
I have seen Airheads. Do I get to be Steve Buscemi or are you Steve Buscemi?
I'll take it, Sandler.
All right, then you fool. I'm switching to Brendan Fraser. Ben's Buscemi.
I'll take Buscemi. I'm fine with that.
I get to be in The Mummy, but I have to be in Blast from the Past.
But you do get to be in George of the Jungle just so that it sets up in George of the Jungle 2 that George looks dead to camera and says because we couldn't afford Brendan Fraser.
Much cheaper.
Have to be in Dudley too, right?
I enjoyed that movie when I saw it when it came out as a child. I have not
That's
revisited
a good children's
since.
movie. Why you hate learning? You don't like fun. Why do we hang out with you?
Yeah, I saw that as a child, have not revisited, and will say that movie's a 10 out of 10.
Every
Don't
time
at
you
me.
talk, you try to burn a bridge. and it's
You liked
weird.
Rocky and Bullwinkle, did
Oh, I love Rocky and Bullwinkle.
the movie?
Again, you're
What?
just a storm cloud. Why
No,
are
like
you
like the cartoon and the movie, sure, whatever.
movie.
Rocky and or Bullwinkle me.
You hate joy.
I like Rocky and Bullwinkle the cartoon, but I do.
You don't like anything. Don't say that.
Are you
alright.
anti Looney Tunes back in action as well?
I don't know if I watched that.
Brendan Fraser punches Brendan Fraser in that movie.
It does happen. You should see Looney Tunes back in action.
Criminally slept on and underrated.
Be afraid.
Monkey
Be
Bar
very
2,
afraid.
Be
Looney
very
Tunes back in
afraid.
action.
Yeah, look, Looney Tunes. We can switch this episode to a commentary of Looney Tunes back in action at any point of time. We have free will.
We have yet to just stop an episode dead and just not do the rest of the episode.
I
So,
mean, I have a lot. I have a lot of thoughts.
I think it should happen organically.
How is this not organically?
You're an Organon.
We're
Nick.
not talking about
You
this
came
issue.
out and you were like, Brendan Fraser's the worst actor and he's
Yeah.
never been in anything good. And me and Tony
I
have been fighting an uphill
did
battle.
not say that.
We have you on tape, so I can cut back to
I
the
saw it like
collage.
3 times in theaters.
Yeah, hold on. Tony, let me give you the sound bite. I'm Zach Hines and I think Brendan Fraser's duty head. Zach.
Ladies and
Zach.
gentlemen, we got him. We got him.
You got my voice down so well.
That is exactly how you sound. Are you denying that?
I can't deny it. I'm a fucking writer.
Yeah. So let me hear you say it for the people in the back.
You don't want to fuck with me. You know I brought that thing with me.
No. Say what you just said. say what you said about Brendan Fraser out loud to the class.
I think that he is an absolute American treasure, and
Hearsay. Your Honor, hearsay.
I wish for him to continue his prolific career.
See, he's backtracking now. I heard him talking earlier about that weird DC show he was on about the Doom Patrol, where he played Robot
Dude, that's
Man.
one of my favorites. I
And
really
he
wish
was-
they would bring that back.
He was talking about how bad Robot Man is as a character, even though he is a race car driver who gets in a bad wreck and then is put in a 1950s robot and forced to confront his own mortality over the course of 3 to 4 seasons, I want to say, of a very bizarre television show.
The most bizarre, but thoroughly enjoyable.
Yeah, with that one and Legends of Tomorrow, they really at some point were just like, we are not paying attention to what you're doing. Much like Gotham, they were just like, we are not paying attention to what you're doing. I guess you can do whatever you want. All of our money is coming from Arrow and The Flash.
I still need to see Doom Patrol. I haven't seen it.
It's fun.
Doom Patrol, it's a lot of fun. I mean, it's seriously dark for DC, but it's good.
Yeah, I mean, so was the back half of
Mental
Legends of
health
Tomorrow.
wise. Yeah, yeah, it was. It's true.
Yeah.
Well, I don't like dark things.
Yeah, I know. You're racist.
I'm
Oh, he caught you. Much like Queen Latifah blowing past you with a V12 at a stoplight. You are dead.
damn. Dude, here I am, some poor third line LA Laker, Larry Bird, just absolutely hot stepping on me.
My man said he was a chef. I didn't know he was Morimoto, the Iron Chef.
I'm certainly cooking. All right. So episode 2 is the apocalypse.
Mhm.
Episode 3
With flashbacks.
With flashbacks.
Episode 3 should be when he realizes that he's more or less alone. Like, that's when everything runs out.
He's alone and more or less mortal.
Yeah.
Wait,
So I would say
okay.
that's the episode where we have almost like a montage of excess. It's like the opening or the initial parts of The Quiet Earth where, you know, boredom just turns into, oh, I can just do whatever I want.
Do we have a what was that Will Forte show, Last Man Alive or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, where he just gets to do what he wants for an episode. Or he's
Yeah,
just
that was
running
so
around?
that they kind of ripped that straight from A Quiet Earth. Except for in A Quiet Earth, his mental breakdown comes when he genuinely delivers like one of Hitler's speeches to a bunch of mannequins. You should check out A Quiet Earth. It's wild.
It is wild. They're all riffing off of I Am Legend.
Right, that's what I was thinking of originally when you guys were talking about this. But
Yeah, because I mean, Quiet Earth came out in what, like the 80s, whereas I'm Legend I think came out in like the 50s. The book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the first adaptation was what, the 60s, right?
Early 60s, right? Like it's
Yeah, that was
'cause
Charlton
first-
Heston.
Yeah, Charlton Heston. I was trying to remember
Yeah.
the Charlton Heston's name. No. Vincent Price was the first one.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
pretty sure it
Vincent
says
Price, and then it's Charlton Heston.
and Will Smith.
Then Will
I don't
Smith.
consider the Vincent Price one an adaptation because I just go like, oh, it's a Vincent Price movie.
Look, we all love. The great thing is that as I just learned, that film is in the public domain. baby, we can show him watching the original 1964 Last Man on Earth in a
Ooh.
theater and throwing shit at the screen.
It's just him. He gets to the theater to what he finds it, and then he's trying to figure out how the
Yeah.
projector works.
Yep.
Anything else?
Oh, like constant feeding. Like he's just full blown relapsing into it.
From the dead bodies.
Yeah, or
there's
like the
three-
dying ones, or like
Yeah.
the ones who aren't completely. I think it's like there's a point it hits where he hits his point of realization of, oh wait, I might be in trouble towards the end, where like he finds one of the last living people and then he's searching for another one, but he's just coming across like rancid dead bodies.
Yeah. Episode 4 is then becomes him trying to find a blood bank. All right, and maybe that's when he runs into another monster. What's another monster that wouldn't be able to cope? A mummified werewolf. Think about it.
The Blob.
A
Creature from the Black
blancmange.
Lagoon. There's not really another creature that's like super blood obsessed, is it? Is there?
The
Is he like a
blancmange.
striga?
Zombie? Some kind of zombies?
Zombie's got nothing left to eat but him.
Yeah, maybe they think.
Or that's the twist of the episode, is that he finds a zombie and the zombie's like, I can't really do anything with these guys.
Yeah.
Like I could eat them, but like it's not, unless you go like full blown.
It's empty calories.
No, not just empty calories. Their brains aren't working anymore. They're
Yeah,
not living
there's no
brains.
blood. Yeah, there's no blood. Yeah, they all died too quickly.
And then
So the
that
zombies-
could be
Oh, then you
part of
can
it.
have the zombie commit suicide and be super depressing to end that episode.
That's hilarious. Yes.
100%.
What? All right, hold on. So he gets access to a blood bank, meets a zombie.
Yeah, they have like a whole like they like wander around whatever city. They have like some philosophical conversations about life, like fucking a Dostoevsky novel, and then they end and you realize they're on top of a building and the zombie just walks off.
Yeah, that's like the Stalker episode.
Yeah. Right? But like right, wouldn't that work perfectly? Am I crazy?
No, I love that as like an ending shot. He's just like, well, what are you gonna do now? And you just see the zombie go straight off the ledge.
Yeah. Literally, he turns, and he's already gone past the point of no return.
Maybe
The zombie jumps off the edge as the sun is rising.
Yeah.
And he
Maybe
needs
he
to go
just
back
talks
inside.
to the zombie the whole time. Maybe the zombie can't talk.
That would be so fucking funny.
He's just
Yeah.
recalling all this stuff and talking about all these different things, and like he's just like they spend the whole day walking
Yeah,
around.
that's
and
that's
stuff.
fine.
So this is more of like we get to know him as a person instead of just the flashbacks of how he became a vampire.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then the zombie's just wordless the entire time until it commits
Yeah,
suicide.
until he commits suicide. Yeah, as long as it ends with the zombie committing suicide, I don't care how we get to that point.
That's fucking genius.
So what's your story?
Yeah. Yeah, you end on something like that where he finally prompted the zombie to get the response, and he's going out over the edge, gone, done. And
Like,
and
when
that
he first meets
smack-
the zombie is like cracking open heads and looking at the brains and seeing that they're like fetid, and then going to the next person
Yeah.
and cracking open the head.
and you end the episode literally on the crunch of his body hitting the like that wet crunch of his body hitting the pavement.
Yep.
I'm
He goes
picturing
off
them-
the edge as the sun's rising, and then you just hear.
Yeah.
I'm picturing them at like not just a blood bank, like a CDC or something bigger where there is brains as well. And like the zombie tries to eat a brain in a jar and it can't because it's formaldehyde.
Yeah, sure.
It takes a bite and then throws up, and the
Yeah,
vampire's
she's
like,
like
I didn't know that could
projectile
happen for
vomits.
you.
Yeah. Yeah. All of this is
that a lot more came out than when it. What was that?
Yeah.
What else have you eaten recently?
Yeah.
I see corn.
Yeah.
Are you new?
When did you eat corn?
Fuck, that's good.
And beautiful. That gets us to episode 5.
Are we doing 5 or 6 episodes?
We're doing 6.
6.
There it is.
Maybe 5 could be the Back to Nature episode.
I think 6 should be the Back to Nature episode. I think 5 should be an actual horror movie, but we're from his perspective. So he finds some of the last remaining people.
Or what if it's
Yeah, he finds a
what
bunker
if
full of people.
natural predators, since there's nothing left to, like, he runs into wolves, or he runs into bears, or something.
Vampires
it could
have
be a dual
dominions over
episode, so
wolves.
we could have the threat that comes to him of natural predators, and then he happens upon, in his escape, he happens upon people and just kind of like kicks into hunter mode.
The wolves could be led by the werewolf, and he's hunting him because the vampires are one of the last sources of meat around, right? So it's the wolf pack being led by the werewolf, and yeah, you're right. In his escape, he busts into some sort of bunker that's full of people who are hiding out.
Maybe the werewolf stops them from killing him.
Oh, or the werewolf follows him in, and they're both just fucking the horror. It's a dual horror movie in that base.
So
it's just the blood orgy from fucking Event Horizon.
He realizes that he won't be able to feed unless he stops the werewolf. So he manipulates the people into helping him kill the werewolf, and the end of the episode is him turning and his fangs pop out.
Yeah, that's better. I like that one. Stick with that one.
Okay. Yeah, he gets attacked in the woods, then flees, and then gets the townspeople or this band of survivors to go in and kill the werewolf.
Because then we can start episode 6 with just the mountain of bodies
Yeah.
in front of him.
Him literally wiping his face with a napkin, like a fancy,
or even just like he's overeaten, so
Yeah.
he's just like staring off into space, covered in blood.
Yeah,
It's just distended stomach.
Yeah. Well, it's like, maybe this is just me talking.
Oh,
from
he
experience.
says to himself, every prisoner gets his last meal, right? Because he knows he's gonna die. He just ate the last human. He's like, when you're on death row, you gotta eat your last meal. In.
I mean, it's kind of classic addict behavior to very hard binge,
especially before you're not gonna have something.
Yeah,
like you're gonna go to jail or whatever. That's the idea.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go out with a bang.
Then episode 6 is another wandering, and then eventually into nature, and then eventually into, maybe we show him he's starting to get sunburned over the course of this last episode, and then by the end that's him just sitting, he's full red from sunburn, and then he just decides to watch the sunrise.
Yeah, I like that. Like a return to nature, but he runs into the zombie again. I just like his head is completely smashed open, and he's just walking on like nubs of bones, and the zombie walks by, and he's like, huh.
What if he meets Highlanders?
No, it's the last one. It should just be him in the episode as he's going through all this, like all these places. He's leaving the overgrown cities. He's heading into nature. And then
that should be the second part of the episode. The first part should be a manic dash to try and find anything else.
Wait, so this is episode 5.
6.
Now we're on 6. Okay.
Yeah. 5 is the werewolf in town. Or bunker or whatever.
Bunker. But like, I like how slow and contemplative the end is. I want to see him hit that point of giving up, though, because just having a huge feast, he'd probably be right back on that same high.
Yeah,
to try and get more.
Yeah, do the first 10 minutes of him going through all that, and then the rest of the 34 to 36 minutes or whatever is the contemplative stuff. I mean, you could have like just a montage of him like busting into fucking blood banks, finding out the blood's rotten or something like that, because all the refrigerations.
Or he's just like ripping chunks out of the bodies around him to try and get whatever he can out of it.
Oh, my thought would be like he would eat animals, or he would start eating other things, trying other things for sustenance.
Yeah, he could even try that too, and then you have him like eating a fucking dog and throwing up.
Well, not only that, so eating a dog and throwing up, or we get that moment of him being like, wait, I can try animals, but all the animals he finds are dead too.
Oh yeah.
So it's just him, like, he's breaking through the point of addiction to hit that moment of clarity. Only the moment of clarity means that he's just going to be dead soon.
And then, yeah, him back to nature, then watching One Last Sunrise end. Blood Moon already exploded. We don't have to do it at the end. That's 6 episodes, baby.
And then at the very end, as he's burning up, he looks out and he sees a fisherman on a boat watching him.
No, god damn it. I'm trying to ruin poignant ending and start summarizing this show.
Right.
Zach, you're up to cup.
Nah, I'm definitely not there yet. So episode 6 searches for food sources, blood banks, has moment of realization that it's over. Is that's the idea?
Yep.
Yeah, that's the back to nature, like, acceptance of death.
Yeah. And then we got a lot of tracking shots of him hiking at night, getting to a nice spot, appreciating the beauty of nature, getting more sunburned as it goes on. Then finally acceptance. Hopefully it's somewhere cool, probably somewhere cheap. Letchworth is Letchworth is close.
Letchworth is close. The beach at Charlotte is pretty close.
Yeah, is close and cheaper. Unfortunately has more hepatitis than Letchworth, but
he won't be going in the water.
That's true. It'd be funny for a vampire to get hepatitis, so.
Tony, I'm gonna lobby that you summarize because I have an idea for the poster that I want to sketch down before I forget it.
You son of a bitch, you're just out here just being like,
How? Okay, of all the times I've fucking
shut up for a second. All I was gonna do is insult you, then ask what the title that we had for this one originally was, because I never wrote down the title.
Oh, okay, do the insult.
It's too late now. You ruined it.
No, you got this. Take a second.
No, I've moved on.
Zach, stand down.
Yeah.
You don't got to get in on this, Zach.
The wheel of Samsara continues to spin, and you will get yours in the end.
I guess that's the closest thing I'll get. Vampire Ex-Sanguine Dukes.
Vampire Ex-Sanguine Deux. Okay, so I see an issue now that I'm seeing that, but it's fine. Because the Dew is actually a metaphor for the two sides of his humanity and vampirity, rather than there being two people, because we definitely should have written this for two people, but that's fine. Now that I'm looking at this written down.
It's basically written about two people.
I see, I thought when you said Dukes, I heard Dukes, like Earl. You know what I'm saying?
I kept thinking Deus, actually. Like a Deus Ex Machina.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know what I was thinking when I wrote this.
It's fine. Ben, how long ago did you write it? Let me buy for time as I scramble.
Deus you do this.
Give me a time and date.
How long ago did I write this? I wrote this a year ago.
The date?
Almost March 19th, 2025.
Almost a year?
Almost
to the date. A year to the date. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that's the beauty of podcasting. That is stuff that you can only get from us. Much like you can only get from The Wheel of Time, written by Robert Jordan. A riveting story.
That's too much vamping. You gotta reel it.
Okay.
You gotta remake that vamp.
No, I actually have it. All right.
It's about vampires.
Yeah. So, with The Wheel of Time is not about vampires.
No, this script.
Yeah, no.
Hence all the vamping.
So no, you're fine. I know. I got
in his time.
I
Gentlemen, fire.
Yeah. Heinz, the worst part is I got that joke. I just couldn't engage with it.
I get it.
All right. So our first episode, which we didn't choose how we're gonna title all of our episodes. I'm lobbying for Mike and the Mechanics songs, but not really.
Oh, you didn't tell Ben about the
Oh yeah, Ben, while you were gone, I figured out the intro credits, and you know Dig Lazarus Dig by Nick Cave? Yeah, so his name's going to be Larry.
Love it.
Yeah.
Actually, I mean, even biblically, that's awesome.
Yeah, right? Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, I was literally, when I was washing my hands, and I was like, oh yeah, Dig Lazarus Dig, you know, if it's got the dead come to life metaphor built in right there, that'd be a great opening song. Because of how the guitar hits with him standing and all, that's when you cut the different places he's standing. Anyway, so the first episode is all about his rehab experience, right? So we opened with him more or less getting off with a warning for a murder charge where he just has to go to rehab. So he goes home. His various monster friends like the Wolfman and did you say Ben the Blob is there? The Blancmange from that Monty Python sketch?
I had thrown the blob out at one point.
Yeah.
I think it'd be very funny to see a chair inside of the blob as it sits there.
Yeah, yeah, it's basically like the Monster Mash is there to have an intervention with Larry here.
Yeah.
And so they're more or less like, no, like we know you can hypnotize people, but you actually have to go to rehab, and we're gonna make sure you stay there. So they force him into rehab, and the rest of it is him going through group therapy, talking with a psychiatrist, all of that. And we end, yeah, he's going through withdrawal. Oh, but that's the one thing that we establish about vampires in this universe is that drinking blood allows them to go out in daylight, and if they do not have access to human blood, they cannot go out during daylight. So it's kind of that's the superpower around human blood, right? And then we end that more or less on him getting let out of the rehab as the mega blood moon explodes behind us and people start to explode into showers of blood leaking from multiple orifices. Everybody correct? That's where we end episode 1?
Mm-hmm.
All right, episode 2, we start with him. What it's a like the children of men after the fucking bomb goes off, right? So he's going through like one of those. And then we flash back to the 1970s where Larry gets home from Vietnam with a nasty heroin habit and a desire not to die like all of his buddies did over there. And he eventually finds himself mixed up with an actual vampire who gives him eternal life. But like everything, it comes with a price. Then we're flashing back between him learning the ropes of a vampire and him trying to get through this people exploding hellscape of a city. We didn't really expand more on like him learning the ropes in the 70s, but I feel like
that as a given.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just part of the flashbacks.
Yeah. So it's he's learning like that how they interact with human blood, like how they operate, like do's and don'ts, shit like that. And meanwhile, people are exploding in front of him. He's trying to keep it together in the present. And we finally end with him breaking down. His last flashback ends, he's breaking down on a corner and he's watching a man's carotid artery slowly jut blood, and he's sitting waiting in a shadow until the shadow covers the body so that he can eat it, because since he just got out of rehab, he has not had blood and therefore can't really be out in the daylight. All right, let's see here. Episode 3, he realizes he's more or less alone and he goes all quiet earth on shit. So he's going around like fucking painting the town red, crashing pieces. They're playing real life bumper cars with actual Rolls Royce Phantoms that have the corpse of Queen Latifah in them. Do we have anything more for episode 3?
The blood runs out. That's when.
The blood runs out. Thank you. I was like, there was something I didn't write down. Yeah, that's
when he decides to go to like a blood
blood bank. Yeah, which leads into episode 4. Yeah, so I apologize.
Yeah.
So
that actually
episode
such a great
3
cliffhanger ending. He's in the blood bank, and we play it a bit more like, not like exactly the opening of the Walking Dead show, but like he's going around, but he feels like someone's following him.
Yeah,
it's the zombie.
It's a zombie. Yeah. So episode 4,
and then stops, opens episode 4.
Yeah. Episode 4, he meets the zombie who is in there. He's trying to eat these formaldehyde brains. The zombie finds out he can't eat any of these brains, and he can't eat any of the brains when they're walking around on the street. The whole time, the vampire is having a monologue about the nature of existence, morality, fate, about how the seemingly ironic nature of the universe has led them to this point where there's 2 apex predators who are supposed to subsist solely on the existence of human beings. Like parasites can no longer exist now that all of the humans have
just being like,
what
kind of cruel god would make us have to have one food
source? Exactly. Yeah, like talking like I was just talking, right?
Yeah.
And it ends and we realize they're standing on top of a tall building, and it's been a monologue from the vampire, Larry, the vampire, this entire time, and finally goes, "But really, what's your story?" And as he turns to say that, the vampire or the zombie has walked off the ledge, and the episode ends with him hitting the ground and the sun coming up, forcing the vampire to retreat inside. All right. The vampire in episode 5 finds himself as he's leaving the city and trying to head towards small towns to see if maybe people survive in an isolated area, finds himself being hunted by a pack of wolves that he quickly deduces are led by his werewolf friend, who has gone full feral because he has also run out of his food source, because there are nothing left to eat, as all of the livestock have suffered similar fates as the humans did, so they're all rotting, and you can't subsist a pack of wolves off of rotting meat without them all dying as well. He eventually, Lazarus or Larry, finds himself either in some sort of bunker or some sort of isolated rural community, maybe like a logging camp or something, where people did manage to survive thanks to some fluke. Call it, maybe there's a big satellite dish nearby that absorbed all of the moon radiation. We don't know. I'm not a Scientologist.
Oh man, Night of the Comet. They were inside.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like that's actually the exact example I was thinking of in my head was Night of the Comet. I didn't want to say it.
The group of miners that were in. The
yeah, exactly. Yeah, they were down in the salt mine. So when they came up, yeah, they were deep enough.
Into dog soldiers for like a third of an episode.
Yeah, not straw dogs, dog soldiers.
Yeah,
for a second,
not straw dogs.
For a second, I thought you said straw dogs, and I was like, wait, what? So he teams up with them, convinces them that there's this werewolf. They see some evidence. Maybe one of them gets eaten by the wolf pack, and they see it. He convinces them to fight off the werewolf. They kill the werewolf, and then he kind of does the "you're locked in here with me" deal as he fucking turns on them and then gorges himself in a bloody, fantastic feast, carnival of nightmare, to his content, leading to episode 6, which opens with him picking his teeth clean with a toothpick, because I think that's a fun visual, and dabbing his mouth with a very nice napkin, like a silk napkin or something, also because I think that'd be funny, and I'm the one summarizing, so I get to say the things.
It'd be funny if he pulled a pocket square.
Yes, a pocket square. That's actually what I was thinking. You're right, a pocket square, because I was like, yeah, with a flourish, and dabs at
just a table in front of him with all of the dead bodies on it, and he's just using the tablecloth to dab his mouth.
In my head, it looks like it's set up to look like The Last Supper, but with dead body parts. I know that's probably horrific, and you don't want to think about that, but you guys are horror people.
Horrific. It's just out of budget.
On today's episode of NPR's Car Talk, we find out how to take Ben Floss's car and drive it straight into a river with him strapped inside. And episode 6, from then on, he's realizing that he can't really survive. He tries eating animals. All of the blood bank blood is past. It's been heated up because there's no electricity. He throws up trying to eat a dog and maybe a bird and probably a squirrel. He definitely tries to eat a squirrel. And at that point, he's starting to get more and more sunburned because, time is wearing on and he can't find an alternative source of food. And
he's starting to get real junky twitchy.
Yeah. And finally, he snaps and decides that he's going to go out into nature for one last adventure. We get him some beautiful tracking shots as he's walking through some national park somewhere, sitting down, getting progressively more and more burned. We finally end with him waiting for the sun to rise and catching on fire as the first rays cross the horizon, and he dies. Preferably on a beach, but I will take a gorge or a lake.
Oh, the final shot is just like a diagonal slice of his body catching fire as the sun lowers and catches the rest on fire, then hard cut to black. Real upper of an ending.
Yeah, super depressing.
I got a good idea for the poster too, so thank you for allowing me to do that. That's usually what I do if I'm not summarizing, is I'm roughing out the poster.
No, I like it. So gonna be a lot of cinematography stuff that if we ever would make this, I would be stabbing people to insist in getting it right. A lot of wide shots.
Would this be your direction?
I would love to direct this. This is the big empty spaces that used to be full of people is one of my favorite genres.
Mm-hmm. As a producer, I would not like to produce this. because acquiring said large empty spaces takes so much work. And
Tony, I
typically
don't
a lot
know
of
if I
money.
mentioned, this might be a little out of budget.
All right, we go to Estonia.
Yeah, honestly, honestly, if you could get me some crumbling ass Eastern European shit for my desolate shots, I would be in heaven. Crumbling
Yeah.
brutalist architecture is actually my favorite genre. Like, brutalist architecture getting reclaimed by nature is everything I want out of life, because it means there's no more brutalist architecture.
Yeah, you got to get to Eastern Europe. It was a lot of fun over there.
Ideally, we shoot all of this in the town of Pripyat. We won't even have to cast the dog, the wolves, because we can just use the fucking radiation dogs.
Thank you guys for listening, and if you want more Mega Blood Moon stuff, you can follow us on the various social media. We are on Instagram and TikTok, and I think LinkedIn now. I think I made a LinkedIn profile for Mega Blood Moon. So if you really want to follow us on the business side of things, head on to everyone's favorite LinkedIn. Otherwise, be sure to follow our YouTube channel for more shorts and other small updates, also to keep track of podcast episodes if you're not currently downloading them on your favorite podcast provider. And please go check out Mega Blood Moon the Freelancer, our feature film that is up on Tubi, Amazon Prime, YouTube Movies, Google Play, and whatever the hell Fossum is.
And you've been listening to KT 105 The Drive, bringing you the latest and greatest in Mega Blood Moon news and technology.
The Blood Moon.
A Time Warner company.
Now a Frontier Verizon company? In real life, one of my life's greatest ambitions is to punch a ghost. Like that's something that's very core to the center of my being. I know it doesn't make sense. I don't need or want any explanations about the impossibility of it. Before I die, I want to punch a ghost. It is a deep burning desire. So anything that gets me closer. Do other people not want to punch ghosts?